So for this look, we've got a lot of blue. A lot of blue. A lot of different shades of blue. And we've got orange. Why orange? Because it reminds me of the sunset, and also, there's a theory here. It's on the other end of the color wheel. So they're going to complement each other, warm it up, while, you know, and it's summery. And it's end. And I didn't even do anything this summer. I did nothing. I went to the beach like twice.
Hello, I am Hot Mess Ness, MUA, otherwise known as Vanessa, and today is a end of summer blues makeup collaboration look. So, you know, you like the little play on words, end of summer, blue, eyeshadow, get it? Get it? Do you get where I'm going here? I know. I did not think of the name, although I think it is adorable. Today's look is a collaboration, as I have said, with an awesome group of girls that we have created a YouTube group. So we will come together once a month and participate and inspire each other to create. Now, not everybody does it every month, but it is an awesome group. We support each other. It's like our own little family. Sometimes we get mad and then we get happy, and it's crazy. You can check out the other girls in the collab here.
And here. And here.
I want to see how I created this end of summer blues look. Just keep watching. So I am prepping the lids with some Shape Tape. This is going to be my base, and then I set my base with some MAC Studio Fix powder. It's a good step for me. I do this sometimes when I'm feeling a little bit lazy. So the first shadow I'm going to use is Makeup Geek. This is Peaches and Cream. It's close to my skin tone, but a little bit more orange. I'm going with this orangey kind of crease because it is a good opposition to the blues. So I wanted to have something that kind of challenged me besides, you know, a blue or a gray or something like that. So I'm using this particular color with a big fluffy brush, and I'm just building that up so I'm getting a little bit more orange, a little bit more orange. Now I'm going into my Divina Cosmetics. This is Nivea and also Anastasia. So those two colors, I mixed them together and I'm blending them out and adding a little bit more. This is a smaller, more pointed brush. This is I believe that I used a Wayne Goss brush for this particular one, and then I just blend it out with a clean blending brush so that way it's diffused and blends into that original peach color. Then I actually do that step twice. So I've actually switched to a smaller tapered brush and I pick up those two colors again. That's Anastasia and Nivea from Divina Cosmetics. And I'm just blending that out and turning the brush to the side so that way I'm building up more of that orange tone. And I love these two colors anyway. And focusing a lot of that into the outer V. And then, you know, you take your clean brush and blend it out again with no product this time. Now I've switched to an even smaller Wayne Goss brush. I believe this might be the 19, and I'm picking up Makeup Geek's Chickadee and Early Bird. These are both very orange in tone, and they are similar to the Divina Cosmetics, but just a little different. So I focus that on the outer V. I'm going much lower into the crease, and then I go back and forth again. Now I'm taking Velocity. This is from Sugar Pill, and I'm just working that on the outer part of my lid, but I'm not really blending it into the orange. And I'm taking a tiny little pencil brush and building that up onto the lid. I just want to give myself a darker punch of blue. And I take my regular brush, just blend that out. And then I decided to take an even smaller, this is like a tiny Sigma brush, and define that crease again with more of that orange. I didn't want to lose any of that in my blend. Now the fun part. I am taking my concealer onto the back of my hand and this little flat brush. I got this in last month's Morphe. I believe it was July. And I am just spreading that in and doing kind of a cut crease and mapping out my own lid shade, if you will. And this step took a while because, you know, Shape Tape does kind of, you know, set pretty quickly. So I'm just mapping out that lid part, and this will make all of my blues pop, the lighter blues especially. So going both sides, carving that out, and spreading it in. It sounds like I'm cooking something, doesn't it? And you have 2 eyeballs, so I had to do the other side too. Now in this process, I stop and I look at my eyes quite a few times, and I kept that in on purpose because, you know, you gotta make sure your face is even in structure. And then I even drag it over into the inner corner so I could build color there as well. So the fun part is the gradation of blue. So I start with the outer corner and I'm taking Juvia's Place Chi, C-H-I, Chai, and Dahlia. Those are the 2 colors that I put, and I use my MAC 242, I believe is the brush, and I pack that on. And this step was multiple. Like, I'd get it on the brush, pack it on, get it on the brush, pack it on. If you were gonna go in and repeat this kind of a look, do your eye makeup first, because I had to fix that later. Now this is the shade from Divina Cosmetics STFU. Yes, that stands for something. So I'm putting that on top of the Juvia's Place, but then I'm slowly working that over into the lid and packing more of the shade on, going slowly so it's even in pigmentation, but it really just grabs to the concealer. So that was one of my favorite parts about it, is how well it grabbed and how pretty it looks, just like that. So then I'm taking the shade Mist. This is another Divina Cosmetics shade, and dragging that over some more onto the lid, putting that back on the STFU shade, blending it together, but then adding more color. Then I go for a lighter blue. This is from Luxie Beauty. It's one of the Precious Metals, and I will leave that down below. I don't have it in front of me, but I know it's from Precious Metals or Free Love. But I'm putting that next to the Mist shade, kind of blending it together, but cruising it over more into the inner part of the eyeball. And that was a multi-step process. So picking up the color, spreading it over, and then this is another Luxie shade. All of that will be in the description below. I don't have it in front of me, so this is what you get. And then this is, you know, the eyes so far. But you know, we can't stop there. We gotta keep going. So now I start to do the lower lash line. Now I'm telling you guys, if you create something like this, do this step last, okay? Because I went in with all the same oranges that I had used in the beginning in the crease, and then I worked my way over with the same blues, and then I even add some of the Juvia's Place metallic shade, and then I had to clean up my eyeball. So, you know, I'm leaving this in because this is the reality of things. Sometimes you get in there, you're doing it, and you're like, oh, I shouldn't have done it quite like this. So this is my cleanup process. I just took a little wet wipe, and then I reapplied my concealer directly with my sponge because I wasn't gonna redo my whole face and I wanted it to look even. Then I take my trusty Wayne Goss brush and some of my favorite MAC powder just to blend everything all together and make sure I don't look like a crazy person. And I did end up going in and putting in a little bit more on the lower lash line, but I did not refilm that because you guys don't want to see it twice, but I wanted to show you we make mistakes and we can fix them. Now for eyeliner, because I still have these lash extensions, I use the Jouer matte eyeliner in Kohl, and so it's not quite black, it still gives you that kind of smoky effect. And what I do is I wiggle it on the lash line so some of it transfers onto the lid without taking away all of the work that I just did, because I have small lid space and I don't want to cover up all the pretties that I just did. That's why I have such a problem with like wing liner when you do a look like this, because it just blocks off what you just did. Now fun stuff. I was talking about wing liner, okay? Wing liner is what normal people would do, but when I do wing liner, I feel like it just covers up half the work I just did. So I'm taking my favorite lash glue. That's the Tarte lash glue. That stuff, if you let it stick, man, it sticks. And then I am taking some fun little rhinestones because I am a dance mom and I have excess rhinestones. And I instead chose to make my liner with rhinestones. So the first time I did this, I did a straight up wing and I didn't like the way it looked. So then I just curved up into the eye, put some in a little bit into the crease, and I really liked the way that it looked. It was fun and it challenged me because most of the time when I do my makeup, you know, I'm gonna go to work afterwards. So when I film something like this, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna play with rhinestones. On to mascara, we're using Tarte's mascara because I couldn't leave my little lash extensions all naked without some darkness on them. So that was added in, a little bit of mascara there, looking pretty. And then I am taking Davina Cosmetics Tallulah, and I am taking this tiny little detail brush, and I'm doing the inner corner, but I'm dragging it underneath my eye, right up in there. And then I was like, ooh, I'm gonna underline my eyebrow because this has got like a purpley shift to it. And I thought it would be a nice change. Then I'm taking Davina Cosmetics. This is one of our highlighters. It's called OMG, and it's got this yellow kind of orange in it and glitter. Oh, love this one for my eyebrow. That's where I usually wear it. And this is it. Ta-da! That is it. That is the look. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed how I created this look. I had some little interesting moments along the way. This in my head was going to be one thing, and then it evolved to something else, and then it evolved to something else. But it was so much fun to just sit down and play with makeup. And I feel like if you love makeup, take some time. Take some time to just play and mess up and try again. And it's rewarding because you create something with your face. Please make sure you go check out the other girls in the collab, send them some love, let them know Hot Mess sent you, and as always, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, the like button, leave a comment down below. What did you like? What did you not like? What would you like to see? And we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
My life. So then I thought it would be fun to add some rhinestones because when I put on a wing liner, it cuts off my small little eyeballs. So this is my solution to no wing liner.